Okay, does this technically count as my first time, seeing as how I did see the ending to the film, like the last half an hour of the film on TV once, so does this count? So James Cameron's Avatar has been re-released in cinemas in anticipation for Avatar: The Way of Water this December, and so I finally took the chance to go to the cinema and actually watch this film in its entirety because I'd never really seen this film before, and my thoughts on the film is that, yeah, it's fine. Like, it's a good film, but at the end of the day, like, yeah, it was alright. I don't really get the hype. I don't understand how this is the highest grossing film of all time, because, I mean, it's a good film, do not get me wrong. James Cameron is a great filmmaker and a great director. It's just that this film is kind of, it's fine, but it's also like, I feel like I've seen this film so many times before. The whole time I was watching it, I was impressed. Visually, it looks very good. Some of the CGI work here is very good and holds up to this day. I mean, you know, this film was released in, what, 2009? It looks really good, but narratively, there was just nothing special here. We've seen this story before. You know, the whole outsider goes into an indigenous tribe and tries to learn their ways. The outsider normally joins them either to find out their weakness or to find out, say, their treasure, for example. But they end up falling in love with a woman, which then makes them respect the culture and the tribe, and they end up becoming part of the tribe, and so they have to, you know, fight against their former masters or whatever. It's Pocahontas, it's The Last Samurai, it's Dune. Like, we've seen this story so many times before. In fact, there's actually quite a lot of Dune in here. The whole arc where Jake Sully has to learn to ride those flying dragon things or whatever is pretty much just Paul Atreides learning how to ride the sandworm. Don't get me wrong, this is a good film. James Cameron is a good director, but this is far from his best film. This is not Terminator 2. This is not Titanic. It's just, it's fine. There is also something I had with the dialogue at the beginning of the film that just felt kind of corny and outdated. Like, it felt like it belonged in one of James Cameron's films from the 90s. And look, the cast is all great. Sam Worthington is great as Jake Sully. Zoe Saldana is great as Natari. Sigourney Weaver is also great in this, and Stephen Lang is probably the highlight of the cast. He is genuinely really great in this. But the thing that I don't get with Avatar is, why is James Cameron dedicating, you know, pretty much his late filmmaking career into telling this story? I don't particularly find the world of Pandora and the Na'vi to be super enthralling, especially from this film. Like, sure, there is a culture to them and the visual design work is great, but at the end of the day, I don't see why James Cameron is like, yes, this Avatar series, this is the story I want to tell. They showed a clip of Avatar 2 after the screening, and it looks fine. There are like green Na'vi that swim in the water, and the blue Na'vi are trying to learn how to cohabitate with them or something. But in terms of what happened in the clip, it wasn't very gripping. Like, narratively, I'm not sold on Avatar 2 because I don't really know what it's about. Again, visually, Avatar: The Way of Water looks genuinely stunning. The texture work is insane and so photoreal, but I mean, what is the story here? Why should I care? Why is James Cameron dedicating years of his career to telling this story about the Na'vi and the world of Pandora and Avatar? Like, the next trailer for Avatar 2 and just the story for Avatar 2 itself needs to be more gripping and engaging than the first one, because the first film is a very traditional story and it's told well enough. It's just that it's nothing special. And for me, Avatar 2 narratively needs to be something special and innovative, because as of right now, whilst it is visually impressive and looks good, it's a thing where it's like, I don't understand why James Cameron wants to tell this story. Like, I need to see the bigger picture. If he wants to tell a 5-part story with this Avatar series, like, I need to know why. Like, I need to know what is, like, the narrative thrust here. But yes, just to reiterate, Avatar 1 is a good film. I enjoyed watching it, but at the end of the day, it was nothing mind-blowing from a narrative perspective. Visually, it was very good and holds up for a 2009 film. But at the end of the day, yeah, it's fine. It's not one of the best films I've ever seen or anything, but yeah, it's a good film. I'm curious about Avatar 2, but I need Avatar 2 to sell me on James Cameron's vision for the Avatar franchise, because, I mean, this franchise is what, like 12 years old or something? I don't care. Why should I care? But then again, I'm not betting against James Cameron. I just need James Cameron to go, hey, here's what we're working towards. And then I'll be like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, I get it. But those are just my thoughts on James Cameron's Avatar. I think it's fine, but realistically, to me, the superior Avatar franchise is Avatar: The Last Airbender. But what do you guys think about the first Avatar, and are you excited for Avatar 2: The Way of Water? Let me know in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, follow me on social media, all that good stuff. And until we meet again, I'll see you guys next time.